I'm Dr. Christine Whelan, a recent bride and relationship columnist. Brides, I get it. Let's get your questions answered.
I'm Father Eric Andrews, a Paulist priest who prefers funerals to weddings. Welcome to another webisode of The Princess, the Priest, and the War for the Perfect Wedding.
Hi, I'm Colleen.
Hi, I'm Saul.
And we just recently got engaged. And we have a few questions because I'm Catholic and Saul is...
Well, I'm Jewish.
So I'm wondering whether it's possible for us to get married in the Catholic Church or whether Saul has to convert for that to happen, and whether when we celebrate the Mass, the wedding, if we can have a full Mass with communion and stuff like that.
Additionally, I'm also interested in finding out if we can have a rabbi involved in the wedding. And not just involved, but actually taking full charge and actually leading the ceremony. And lastly, what about traditions? Jewish traditions I'd like to introduce into the wedding.
What's kosher?
Hey, Colleen, Saul, thank you so much for the question. 37% of Americans who are married are in interfaith marriages. So, what you're asking really puts you in good company. And to answer this great question, I've got two wonderful experts. I've got Rabbi Jill Hausman here, who is from the Actors Temple in New York City, and Father Eric Andrews, who is a parish priest in Knoxville, Tennessee. And so thank you so much to you both for joining this big conversation. And I think really the first question is, Colleen's a Catholic, Saul is a Jew. Does one of them have to convert if they're going to get married? Rabbi Jill, what do you think? Does somebody have to convert here?
Well, I would never encourage anyone to convert unless they felt that spiritually they were called in an inner way to convert. Everyone has a relationship to their own spirituality that they have to be true to. And I don't require any conversion and don't encourage people to convert unless they wish to do so.
In the Catholic tradition, there is no expectation the same way as the rabbi was saying. One should become a Catholic or when one wants to, and it's not contingent on being married. A lot of couples will say we want to both be of the same religion before we're married. But that's up to the couple. The church puts no pressure on folks to convert. That should be an inner movement of the spirit, as the rabbi was saying.
I know an interfaith couple who didn't convert. Neither one of them converted. And then about 30 years into the marriage, one of them said, I already feel Jewish. I think I'm going to convert.
Yeah. So, my dad did that after about 35 years of marriage with my mother. It was enough brunches after Mass that really sealed the deal for him. So yeah, it takes time.
What does this wedding look like? Is it something that's going to take place in a church? Does it have to take place in a synagogue? Can it be in a neutral third-party location? I think you've both had experiences with this. Father Eric, how have you done these masses in the past?
Well, in any interfaith or ecumenical marriage, that be marriage between Christians of different denominations, the most important thing is that both parties feel at home, that both families are completely participate in all aspects of the wedding ceremony. So in this case, at a Jewish Catholic wedding or a Protestant Catholic wedding, there should not be a Catholic Mass because automatically you're excluding half of the guests when it comes time for communion. So you really want to create a wedding ceremony that brings both of the traditions to the table. A rabbi and a minister or a priest from both traditions just makes it more a full participatory event. And I think that's the most important criteria. So I would definitely, especially in the case of a Jewish Catholic wedding, discourage having a nuptial Mass.
The times that I've officiated in a Catholic church, the wedding ceremonies were very equally divided. I did a beautiful wedding ceremony in a Catholic church, and after the ceremony, the priest and I went back to the vestry and we were chatting, and he said to me, we have to remember God isn't Jewish or Catholic. It's wonderful when we collaborate on a ceremony so that we do some prayers together, like the ancient priestly benediction, may God bless you and keep you. I even have the 7 wedding blessings that I give to the family to say the translations and the priest, and we all do it together. It sends a beautiful message to the congregation, and there are many traditions, Jewish traditions, that can be done in a Catholic church. I've even had a chuppah in a Catholic church if the priest is comfortable with that. We do the breaking of the glass, but we really share the service. And as Father Eric said, the most important thing is to be welcoming and make sure that both families are completely comfortable.
Occasion, I just want to add, this is one of those types of occasions where you may be able to be married outside more easily, especially if you have the sacred space, the chuppah, the tent, over the couple. That creates the sacred space in Jewish tradition. And also you can be married in a reception hall underneath the chuppah as well. And I love being at reception halls and doing the service, because then I can walk right across the hall and get an hors d'oeuvres right away and don't have to wait. Like you have to
Father Eric. We know your love of the hors d'oeuvres and the wedding food, but I mean, but it seems like both you and Rabbi Jill would be happy to participate in these kind of interfaith weddings. Would all Catholic priests and all rabbis go along with this?
Probably not all rabbis, and it's something that I have a big bone of contention with, because God doesn't leave anyone out, and clergy shouldn't either. Religion should be welcoming to everyone. And it's really religion shooting itself in the foot. If we push people away on this, their most special day, they may leave religion forever. And that's not what God wants. That's not what people want. Congregations are, in some ways, way ahead of the institution. People are much more accepting of an interfaith situation than sometimes Judaism is. But I find the Catholic Church to be more forthcoming in this area in terms of marriages. They're very good and very accepting.
Right. And Catholics can always get a permission from the bishop to marry a non-Catholic. That is kind of pro forma. So there's no obstacle there. Some priests are uncomfortable, probably because they haven't had any experience of working with a rabbi and doing a Jewish Catholic wedding. But there is nothing on the books that should prohibit them. It's not what the church teaches. So couples, just be aware that priests should be open to at least preparing you for this marriage. They may be uncomfortable with doing it, but they should definitely get you ready to have this wonderful day.
So communication seems to be really central here. It's wonderful that there are priests and rabbis like you both out there who will facilitate this. So Colleen and Saul, really best of luck and best wishes. And to all the interfaith couples out there considering marriage, I hope this has been some useful information for you.
Thank you, and Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov. God bless.
God bless.